Hello, I'm Mel, and this is my friend Buddy. We've got a fantastic story about a young boy who's friends with a pig as well. Would you like to hear it? I bet you'd like to hear it, wouldn't you, Buddy? The story is called Don't Put Friends in Buns, and it's written by Hart. Boy child and piglet loved playing together. They rough and they tumbled, whatever the weather. Each morning the piglet would sneak from the farm, and boy child would meet him behind the old barn. Piglet and boy child were close as two brothers, but at the end of each day they returned to their mothers. Mummy says I shouldn't play with you, boy child. She thinks that all people are nasty and wild. We're not nasty, cried boy child. We're good and we're caring. We're kind to all creatures and so good at sharing. She says that you like to eat piggies for lunch and breakfast and dinner and supper and brunch. I told her that's silly. I said boy child would never eat me or my family. He's just far too clever. Boy child said nothing, but started to think of his breakfast that morning, all crispy and pink. It's really quite silly, the piglet persisted. For friends to cook friends? How incredibly twisted. Imagine if we were to want to eat you, and minced you and stirred you up into a stew. Why, boy child, I'm joking. Why look so worried? I'm far too refined to serve you up curried. Boy child was quiet. He didn't dare speak. His knees turned to jelly. He felt very weak. Just think how disgusting to eat a boy crumble. Boy child felt dizzy and started to stumble. Or to turn you to sausage and stuff you in bread and squirt you with ketchup that makes you bright red. Boy child sat down. He was feeling quite bad. Incredibly, horribly, terribly sad. I'm sure that boy burgers are yum in the tum, but that's not the point. Don't put friends in a bun. A few little teardrops fell down boy child's cheeks as Piglet continued his long-winded speech. I wouldn't eat you and you wouldn't eat me. We're meant to be friends. We're meant to be free. I'm sure that a boy in a pie with some mustard, all sprinkled with sugar and covered in custard, may well be delicious, but I just would not like to turn friends to kebabs on a griddle or spike. And I know you are loving and kind just like me, and would never eat friends or their family. So I don't know why Mummy makes up such big fibs. Who'd be so gross as to barbecue ribs? If bacon or sausage, or gammon or ham, came from humans, I'm quite sure I'd rather eat sand. Give me veggies and fruit. Give me beans, nuts and seeds. This food makes me happy. It makes me feel free. Finally, Piglet had no more to say, and boy child decided to be on his way. I'm sorry, dear Piglet. There's a fire in my tummy. There's a storm in my head, and I think I need Mummy. And boy child went home very early to Mum to tell her that pigs had no place in his tum. Mummy was thoughtful, and Mummy was wise. She listened to boy child and dried his wet eyes. Don't be sad, boy child. I hear what you say. From now on, no pigs will end up on your tray. You've taught me a lesson I'll remember forever. Animals are here to be loved and should never be served up as meat, never used for our pleasure. You've taught me all life is precious as treasure. Now, why don't you smile and go back and spend the rest of the day having fun with your friend? And that story was called Don't Put Friends in Buns. I think Buddy enjoyed that story, didn't you, Buddy? I hope you did too. Take care now. Bye!